The outbreak of coronavirus has been chaotic, but it's not disrupted the simple laws of economics. When demand is greater than supply, price increases. And when it comes to hand sanitizers at pharmacies, the economics aren't any different.
The turnout has been so much in the sense that before the outbreak or for the news of the outbreak, there were few demands of hand sanitizers, except previously when the Ebola virus outbreak also came out. We had high demand of hand sanitizers. Then after which, just recently, after we heard about the coronavirus incident, then a massive turnout for hand sanitizers. After which, the demand was so high, and which led to so many other things with price. The price also went up, and as healthcare professionals, we're meant to serve humanity, not to exploit humanity.
With supply depleted at this pharmacy and reports of prices being hiked more than 150%, we took matters into our own hands and made a trip to Balogun Ajenia Market on Lagos Island. It's the biggest market in Lagos, with sprawling streets and vendors selling anything from fabric to fruit and hand sanitizer. One such vendor is Sunday Eze. He says there's been a stark difference in how consumers prioritize keeping their hand clean before and after one case of coronavirus was confirmed in Nigeria in February.
Before the news that the virus have entered Nigeria, it was like this one now. We sell it that time as of 800 naira. You know, we are even looking for buyers. But right now, after the news that the virus have entered Nigeria, it climbed. This one now is 4,000 naira. From 800, 750 to 4,000, 4,500. I get in the point. So it is actually an unbelievable story.
He's called on the government to subsidize hand sanitizers in order to help regulate prices.
Business people, we are pleading for government to help us. I get in the point. Me too, I'm using it. My family is using it. They are the ones that we're supposed to supply this thing, make it available for Nigerians, for people. I get in the point. Share it, go to schools and share it to our children. Come to the market and share to people. Go to public places, in the church, in the mosque, different places, and share to people.
Vendors like Stephen Obiozo say they've long seen the importance of personal hygiene and expect sales to continue.
Since last week, Friday, yeah, people are rushing to come and buy this hand sanitizer here. They do come in bulk, they do come and they buy in quantity, they buy in many cartons.
Well, as you've seen, we've just finished walking up and down the strip here of Balogun Market on Lagos Island, talking to as many market traders in the business of selling hand sanitizers as we could to find out what their experience is in business in the aftermath of a coronavirus case being confirmed here in Lagos, here in Nigeria. The consensus is they've had to upturn their prices because of an increased sense of demand, and naturally they've called on the government to help them subsidize these products so costs can stay low. As it stands, there is just the one confirmed case of coronavirus, but ultimately the people of Nigeria and ultimately the sellers here are still making sure that they're staying as safe as possible. Adefemi Akinsanya, Arise News, Lagos.